Hi, I'm Lou from LJM Photo Studios YouTube channel, and today we're going to go through a photo shoot with a really good friend of mine. Her name is Samara, so stay tuned. So today's picture, I want to do a profile picture of my friend reading a book. And in order to just light the one side of her face, I am going to use a 40-degree grid. These grids are very convenient. They just Velcro right on the flash. And then you're able to direct the light exactly where you want it. So I'm going to face it toward this chair. Now, what you want to do is, if you have pocket wizards, you want to make sure that you do this power-up sequence. Flash, the pocket wizard that's under the flash. You want to do the pocket wizard that's on your camera, and then your camera. We're going to test it, make sure it fires. All right, we're good to go. I think we can call in Tamara. All right, so now just sit right on this couch, come a little bit closer to this side. Nice. And just hold the book up like you're reading it. Not that high, a little bit. There you go. So now I want to skim this by your face a little bit. And get a profile of her. It's a little bit bright, so what we're going to do is bring our flash power down. One stop. That's much better. That's what I was thinking of. Actually, let me bring this flash down a bit and over on this side. All right, want to turn your head toward me a little bit. All right, not that much. There you go. Look at the book, like you're reading it, like you're all on, like, wow, this is amazing. Turn your head a little bit toward me. All right, one more. Perfect. And now we're going to take these in Lightroom and do some edits. All right, now that we have all the photos imported into Lightroom, we're going to go ahead and go through and call them all. And you can rate them 1 through 5 with numbers, 6 through 9 with colors if you want. Oh, and I just made that red and undid it. All right. So it's been a while, as you can tell by my beard. But anyway, it's relevant. So we're going to go through all these. So let's take a look here. Gonna look through all these quick and rate just the 5. That's fine for these purposes. I like that. That's a little bit overexposed, but we can work with it. And I like that one. I like that one. And I don't think any of these are keepers. It's the beauty of digital photography. You can take a few shots, actually you can take a lot of shots, and just pick out the ones that you really like. Okay, so now we're gonna go here and do filters and filter by rated, and it's only gonna show the ones that we rated a 5 or 1 through 5 or 6 through 9, whatever you choose. You can select what color. So if you rate these as red, you can choose red here. And if you rate them a 4, then you can choose 4 stars if you want. If you rate them 5, you can filter by 5 stars. But anyway, we'll get into that in later videos. So now, these 3. Let's choose one of these 3. It's a little bit bright. Let's see. It's hard to pick because they're all 3 are good. I think we're going to work with this first one. Yeah, we're going to work with this first one. So we're going to do some basic editing on this picture. We're going to start with the white balance, and we're going to choose flash because it was a flash. The lights were off in that room and it was only flash. And I like to warm it up just a little bit. If you choose flash, it seems to be a little bit toward the blue side. So because it's overexposed, we're going to bring the exposure down. I think about there is where I want. In my mind, I want this to be more of a darker image than anything. So we're going to bring the highlights on. This is too bright, so we're going to bring the highlights down. If you bring it down too much, it starts to look dirty. So we are going to bring it down just enough so it's not dirty. Shadows, we're going to crank the shadows down. All right, so now we adjust the white and the black points. How you do this is you hold down the Option key and you grab the slider for the white and you start to bring it up, and so you see something white appear in the photo, like right there, and that would set your white point. Now to set the black point, hold down the Option key, grab the slider, and bring it down until something black appears, which is like immediately. So we don't need to adjust that at all. We don't need any clarity. We don't need any vibrance. I would like to bring the clarity down and soften the image up just a bit. See how it softens the writing? Look at that. I don't like a lot of clarity in this image. Less clarity would be good. Saturation, we won't touch that. We won't touch any calibrations, no effects, no lens corrections needed. We don't need any noise reduction because this was shot at ISO 200, and that's the base ISO of the D3. So there is going to be just no noise in this at all. Split toning detail. Maybe we can add a little bit of vignette on this because, well, you really can't tell anyway. See, just take a look. So maybe even a heavy vignette would work. Yes, they're right there. Okay, now we have all of this set up. So we have a basic edit done to this photo. Now what we can do is we can start to look at messing around with different settings. So do we want to crop this image? Maybe slightly. That would be better. Now we want to grab an adjustment brush and we're going to do some burning to darken it because I want to darken this right here. So we're going to make sure that the auto mask is turned on. So if we go near this book edge, it's not going to paint inside the book edge. So we want to enlarge our brush a little bit and we can darken this down. Paint, 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 paint. All right, so it's not dark enough. What we're going to do is show the overlay. So yeah, that's just what we need right there. Now what we can do is we can bring the exposure down to darken it even more. Actually, I want to darken it to almost to black if I can. We're going to bring the shadows down. We're going to drop it down as much as we can, bring the highlights way down. So we're going to crank this down as much as we can. And we can do the same thing with these stray hairs. We can darken them way down. And I don't think that we need to worry about darkening anything else. So let's see, do we need to do anything else to this image? I don't think so. So in my mind, it was basically her reading the book with an overhead little lamp kind of a thing. And I think we pulled it off rather well. Actually, let me grab a gradient tool. And we're going to do an exposure gradient tool. And then from the upper corner, we're going to drag it down. And we're going to bring the exposure down a little bit. That'll work. All right. Okay, and there we go. There is the image, the final image. That's what I had in my mind. Love it. Don't like it. Doesn't matter. So yeah, there it is. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel.